Has the post-banquet event and December highlights now gone into this kind of January and now February lull when people are waking up and are smelling the coffee, and unfortunately certain elements in Marvel Contest of Champions aren't exactly gleaming with gold. The reason I say that is that in general discussion at the moment, especially on the forums, I don't really go on the Discord much, but normally it's a flurry of interesting posts, let's put it that way, as in the Marvel Contest of Champions official Discord is a flurry of complaints and edgy weird things and cringe. But anyway, the state of the game at the moment is a very important topic. It's something that's being discussed quite rapidly, whether or not we're looking at bugs, problems with the incursions not going in, AI, overheating, is Kabam killing Marvel Contest of Champions, which is something we've kind of like covered with like a news segment. But there's a lot more than that. There's tons of things when it comes to legitimate complaints and frustrations and things that I think a lot of players want to see. It varies. It can start from the very small things like rewards in game need to change a little bit. They need to go with the sign of the times. Is it time for a new progression? Is it time for a new type of event quest? Is it time for a better structuring of like an event quest? Well, that's something that you might see this year. Because whatever a new large system that is designed to not only get us where we need to and make sure we never fall behind like this again, it's something but a nothing. It's a hope, it's a wing, it's a prayer, it's whatever it is. Marvel Contest of Champions is looking to like evolve in the future, but it's how long it gets there. I think after December, all these new events, all these new things, and of course I think this is just like the normal thing we see. It's like the New Year lull, the New Year blues when it comes to Marvel Contest of Champions, where people make a decision whether or not they're sticking around until the getting gets good in the summer, or the getting gets good now, maybe. We do have new content coming into the game that I suppose for most people does allow a bit of spice. Apart from incursions, battlegrounds, if you do it, we're going to see something within the special quests. I'm still working through my Karina's challenges. I've had to take a bit of a backtrack a bit on a lot of plans because of this new job that I've taken for 12 months. So I've had to make some decisions about what I'm able to do, how I'm able to do it, and availability. But also I've paused in my unit usage in Karina's challenges in replacement to do the upcoming Epic of Pain. So that's going to be my next kind of like step to do that. Am I going to enjoy that? And am I going to enjoy go back into Karina's again to get that tier 7 basic because I'm going to need it further down the line? No, I'm not. What's my favourite piece of content that Kabam put out? Well, the Crucible. That's one of my favourite pieces of content that Kabam have put out, the Crucible. Unfortunately, there's... I'm not doing normal difficulty because there's no point to it. But that's my kind of favourite piece of content. Unfortunately, Kabam don't regularly put out content that is applicable to me. Incursions, Deathless Incursions, when it comes out, is actually going to be fun. And I am really looking forward to it. But there's always different things that this game will be good for you for whatever. Kabam will put in stuff that you don't like. Kabam will put in stuff that you do like. It's a balancing act, isn't it? Like, I don't like what... no, I do like... I was going to say, I don't like... What I was going to say, a piece of content I don't like. And I do like it. But yeah, people like what they like in game for whatever reason. And the general fundamentals that are working and not working, which I talk about quite a bit. Whether or not you like the Deathless Saga or not, and, you know, one person says, I typically don't like to complain, but this latest saga has drained me in terms of wanting to play the game. Deathless Six Stones are the prize for engaging with the saga, unlike previous sagas where you've got items to get a chase champ, when there are plenty of players don't have the champions to use them, as well as have them awakened. To top off this underwhelming saga with the restricted chase champion Deathless Thanos, we get rewarded with a 6-star Deathless piece for Paragons and above. That's pretty bad. I worked pretty hard at getting the 7-star. A lot of you worked very hard to get the 7-star. I'm sure a lot of you worked hard to get the 6-star versions of stuff. But then I think, has it come the point to slowly drip feed these out to other people, especially 6-star? Like, a 6-star version doesn't bother me at all. 7-star version I work pretty hard for, would bother me to go like, oh, you're just giving out this like candy to people. But a 6-star, I'm not overly fussed with. So having access to that, is that going to be beneficial? Maybe to some, maybe not to others, especially just being the one piece maybe that you might be missing from it. Personally, didn't care to get Thanos because I wasn't playing a Paragon Valiant level until October this past year. Nonetheless, to top off a saga that only focused on a certain set of players with an absolutely useless reward feels like a cruel joke. There's other stuff to it. It's not. I wouldn't doom and gloom it. There are some nice stuff from those objectives. Those reunion crystals, turn up your nose at them, but they are pretty good, providing everyone gets access to them. I'm not begging for them to give us a 7-star deathless piece, but I just don't give any piece at all if you're willing to not to do that. I haven't upgraded to 6-star in months. I don't need 1 to 5 of the. Yeah, people have. This is the thing. People have moved on with what they're focusing on. 7-stars are becoming more prevalent with it. So, yeah, each to their own with how they kind of like feel about stuff. Anyway, AI. This is one of my biggest bugbears, and it's still waiting to hear like if there's been any updates as to. I've been working on it, as I'd like to see them improve it. I don't like the current state of AI. Like, some champions respond to their nodes, their own abilities, some other elements from whatever might be a global node, and also to what seems to be, if you've got a buff on you, if you perform a certain attack, like absolute weird demons, and it just doesn't feel, well, feels not the right word, but it just doesn't behave, the AI does not behave in a way that is fair or interactive. Interactive in a sense of, if you go and play any other fighting game, you look at it and go, what's this all about? This is all a bit strange. It doesn't seem to be what is normal. This just seems abnormal. You can there's lots of nuance to what people see, what I see. And it's not just state of AI at the moment. The state of the game goes broadly. We talked about at the start, rewards, legacy bugs. Not like a person legacy, or I'm saying legacy, but I'm talking legacy, as in ones that have been kind of going for a large length of time. This interesting thread, Jack the Snack put together like a list of various different bugs. And we're seeing them left, right, and centre. Even this week was meant to be the big update week, and we're seeing stuff. We've got. Oh, remember when Guardian had that bug, and it was kind of like affecting like people that went against play against a champion in Necropolis, the Juggernaut bug, the Salmon Gallon, Ironheart, and others bug as well. Yeah, Guillotine 2099 is still bold in some matches, and Onslaught is still dark, left for weeks. Yeah, a lot of the champions just seem to change their colour palette. It's very odd. Juggernaut has been unplayable for the last week. SPT literally whiffs. Yep, that's old school. And these are a lot of kind of like bugs that have been addressed. Kabam have dealt with them, but not necessarily. Of course, Bullseye, compensation there. Nick Fury's SP1 blocking midway, making him one of the worst defensive threats. And of course, people were capitalizing it. People were placing Juggernaut. They were placing certain characters because they knew what they did. As defenders in Alliance Wars. So it's people are tricksy. People are very tricksy. What else? Well, there's more. More visual issues. UI potentially bugged. Daily super event is showing 13 steps at the moment. Yeah, that's a little thing. I kind of like. I have reached the point because I've been playing this game for such a long time, and I'm kind of aware of it. You just turn a blind eye to it, and this year I can't do that. I need to be more kind of like on it to kind of call out the bullshit, really, because it's just not great. It's embarrassing, really, especially when I now have to, because of what I'm doing employment wise, stop a lot of coverage for Marvel Rivals, and Marvel Rivals is a very consistently upheld game. Now, it is different, granted. Maybe there's a bigger team, maybe. Is there better targeting of bugs and fixing them? Again, possibly. I know Kabam Crash has said that the way that they do it is a bit different, and I Of course, each to their own, but it's looking at foolproofing it. Yeah, foolproofing these things in a way that they can at least give that kind of instant not press a button, but find a way to deal with the bugs quickly. But is it a case of like, I think they even applied for like a QA. Like a QA is Vancouver is a new employee, a new opportunity. So if you are a QA, go and join Kabam. They need extra QAs, or maybe someone's left because they weren't doing well enough. I don't know, but I did see that as being a potential opening in the Vancouver office. Anyway, AI has been so weird for more than a few months. Worst I've ever seen in the Toad fight. Yeah, hold specials when they have debuffs on them. Won't throw specials for minutes. Will hold block for minutes at a time. Pass that Heimdall, the Heimdall Autumn of Agony. This is the thing that disappoints me with, like, and I hope that with the new Epic of Pain, it has been dealt with, because I don't want to see dodgy AI. Incursion 7-star crystals having 90-day timer. Again, artifacts, rewards, and stuff like that. This goes on. This is recent. If I missed any, please. Yeah, it's just a long list of things that need to be dealt with. And yeah, it's just the current state of the game is a bit kind of like all over the shop, isn't it? I know that Kabam Pinwheel is trying to gather as much info as possible, especially he was in this thread saying that beyond though, just want to acknowledge I've got my eyes on this thread. Can't really comment on the issues individually right now, but I think this is a useful write-up and discussion worth having. Would just ask if it's been so far. Looks like that things stay respectful both to each other and us, but don't hold back. Just say it constructively. Appreciate all. Yeah, because at the end of the day, Kabam Pinwheel is taking that the info, the discussion, the sentiment, and he's taking it to the game team. The game team are the people that have got to create the stability around the game. And yeah, there's nothing more to say, because I just want to see. I think we all want to see the game do good. It's just the current state isn't great, and there's a lot of things this year. I think not retrospectively, but consistently each year, Kabam have to sit down and go, this is what we need to handle. This is what we need to do. This will rear its head again when it comes to rewards, structure, quests, and other things, but also those ongoing one and dones. Current state of AI. That's one big one and done. They do it once. They don't have to do it again. Or they have to tweak it a little bit. And the last time we left that was, it is a system they've got to build from scratch. That's my biggest problem for the year that I want to see addressed. Yeah, okay, we want to see all the little things being sorted out, like I know I don't want to see like a daily super event saying 15 right there, because it's the little things. I know people notice the little things with it, but there's the bigger things, the bugs, the repeats of the bugs. So this year, man, wishing them well, got to get it sorted. And where are we feeling with the state of the game at the moment? Your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching. And incursions, guides, coming up later on. I'm looking forward to doing that. At least a bit of positivity. I'm looking forward to doing that quest or that thing. So that mode. Cheers, everybody. Have a great day. Bye-bye.